What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Brandon back with another video, and today we're talking about a lot of people and how they get started mining. This is how I got started mining on my little gaming rig and upgrading it, that kind of thing. I'll flip the camera around and just show you. I'm actually selling this machine off to a friend of mine, and he's going to get started mining and playing games on it. He wanted a PS5, couldn't get one for a good deal. Wanted a new Xbox, couldn't get one of those for a new good deal. So he's like, man, what should I do? And I'm like, why don't you get you a computer and do a little bit of mining on it? You know, you don't have to have 20 graphics cards. Yeah, you know, an extra $1 a day ain't gonna. When has a PlayStation gave you an extra $1 a day? $7 a week or $30 a month? It ain't going to. So hold on, let me flip this around. And the system that I am getting rid of is an old. It's kind of a little beat up, but it's still got some like lights, front panel stuff. Cheap motherboard, so it's an A320 motherboard, no overclocking there. AMD Ryzen 5 1600, so it's the first gen Ryzen, 6 core, 12 threads, just some random RAM, some Patriot Viper, and then like some, I think it's Patriot Value RAM, but 12 gigs RAM, little Thermaltake 80 plus rated 500 watt power supply. This is not the graphics card that I'm selling it to him with. This is a GT 1030. I'm actually going to be throwing in the old big honker R9 290X. So this is not a great graphics card for mining, but he's not buying this primarily for mining. This is a good graphics card, for a decent graphics card for gaming. It can still play a lot of games, 1080p, medium, low settings, and you can still get decent frame rates. This is a 4GB card, so it cannot mine Ethereum anymore, but it still can mine and make money on mining Beam V3 and also Raven. I think I was checking on this last night. If you're mining Beam V3, you're doing like 80 cents a day, and then that Ryzen 5 will do about 10 to 15 cents. So this setup will do, as of right now, you know, January 2021, Bitcoin's super high, this will do $1 a day. So this machine running, and it'll be negligible. I told him, he was like, will it make my power bill go up, you know, $80, $90, $100? I said, no, you won't even be able to notice it on your power bill, because he already has, you know, a PlayStation 4 and a you know, TV running, all that kind of stuff. It won't be noticeable. Now when you start expanding, getting multiple cards, it will be noticeable. So let me put that card in there and then show you guys, basically, I guess, a step-by-step from a fresh install, what I do to get somebody up and running on mining. Alright, so I have it up and running, pretty basic setup. It's got a 120 gig SSD and a 500 gig hard drive, just to give him something to start on for right now, so he can actually put some games on it. The R9 290X, I have the drivers installed. We are benchmarking it right now on NiceHash. Currently set up for Beam and Kapow are the two most profitable. It looks like it automatically put it on Beam. The miner came up. Don't worry, this monitor got hit, so yeah, just don't look at that. It's tore up. We'll see what it spools up to on Beam. Oh, 81 cents a day. Very nice. And I'm going to turn on the CPU miner and see if we can't get $1 a day out of this system. Alright guys, we are back. We're currently doing over $1 a day right now, $1.03. Getting 2.8 kilohash on the Ryzen 5 1600 and getting 14.9 sols on the R9 290X 4 gig right out of the gate. So I believe I can push a little bit more core on this bad boy. I know the memory clock won't take much more on these. They're very, very temperamental, but I think I can push a little bit more core and get that up in the 15 and a half, maybe 16 sol range. But yeah, so really happy with this build. This is not his monitor. He's going to be plugging it into his TV, and he's wanting to play, like, you know, a little bit of Call of Duty. He'll be able to play basically anything current, honestly, even on an R9 290X. He just won't be able to max out all the graphics. He won't be able to have, you know, high refresh rate, but that's something he can grow into, especially with this kind of system, because he doesn't have the top processor. So, oops, hold on. There we go. He doesn't have the top processor. He can actually upgrade to a Ryzen 7, you know, 1700 or 1800X. Or he could change out the motherboard, do something else different, take this, make it into a mining rig. He has lots of options. He could take that R9 290X out, sell that card, get a bigger card, get something a little bit better that makes some more money. The options are endless. Or he could just let this system just straight eat, make, you know, $1 plus a day, If he holds on to it, it might go up in value. If not, you know, extra $7-8 a week Never heard anybody. I don't know anybody's PlayStation that gave them $30 in a month. So with that being said, it's definitely a good way to get into it, get started. If you already have a system like this, or a system with a graphics card, there are lots of options to be able to make money. You don't have to have something that's the latest and the greatest. I'm going to be doing a video on how to look at and define and find out what graphics card make what money, and there's a couple websites that I use for that. So look out for that video coming up here soon. But figured I'd just, touch base on a very basic gamer system and how you can still make a little bit of money, surprisingly. So yeah, $1 a day. Some people will be like, nah, but if you're already running it, you might as well make that money. And you can turn it off while you're gaming. It won't affect your gaming performance. It won't affect the life of the components, as long as you make sure they're not overheating or running hot. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. MSI Afterburner, I use that for overclocking, undervolting, pulling the power down, putting the fans up, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, boom. All right, guys, with that being said, that's pretty much it. So there she is in all her glory. $1 a day. Oh, and you guys are probably going to ask, but I was spec'd out this system a long time ago, but those Ryzen 5s on eBay, they were going for about $75 to $100. They're probably a little bit more right now. Those motherboards were like under 50 bucks at one time, because that's a really cheap motherboard. So you're looking at like 150 bucks for the motherboard. It's got 8 gigs of DDR4. No, yeah, 8 gigs of DDR4. That's not even 50 bucks nowadays. That's like, $30, especially if you buy it used. So you're looking at $180. Those power supplies were $30. I have no idea what they are now. Probably, I don't know, 40. So we're at about $170 to $180. The R9 290X, I scooped up that a while back for like 70, 80 bucks. Those things are going for about 100 now. So you're looking at, all in all, on this system with the SSDs and everything, under 300 bucks. This case was super cheap. You could definitely build this or replicate this, and you could change some parts out, flip some stuff around. But you could have a system that could play a couple games and have a good time, and also mine when you're not gaming for 300 or under. I'm gonna be building this. I didn't build this one like currently. I built this thing a long time ago. I just threw a graphics card in it for my buddy. But I'm going to be doing another full computer build here soon, and I'll show you guys and take you guys along the way and show you everything on that one. So yeah. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Adios. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.